What is up, guys? In today's video we have another inside the mine style video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below which section of the map you predict to change in season 3. I think we're 13 days away from season 3 or 12 days away from season 3. Very close. I feel like the areas I see most predicted are kind of this area over like classy lavish rebels or pleasant fencing snooty kind of section of the map, mainly just because those are the two like big chunks of the map that haven't really changed so far in chapter 5. I think we'll definitely see changes to places like Grim, Brawlers, Mount Olympus, and Underworld, similar to how we had like lavish, reckless, and fencing be vault POIs last season, but now they're still there, but they're just like kind of different because they don't have AI and stuff. That's kind of what I expect to happen to a lot of these like god POIs this season. And one change that was made earlier this week is that with the god mythics being added back in the Star Wars update, a few days after that update, they made it to where the chests, the god chests, now drop one weapon and a god item again. So like during the avatar event, you would get 2 weapons guaranteed at a god chest, and it was really good because just really decreased RNG. That's a good example of it. Like this DMR, the DMR is good, don't get me wrong, but as far as like an item for me to fight with at this POI in the early game, it's kind of useless to me. Because it's just such a close range oriented POI. And so being able to get 2 weapons out of the god chest, I feel like just decreased the level of RNG that you would experience in these POIs and made them a lot more fun to play for me. But now with the god items being back in the game, it's just a little more random landing at these places. You can get a little more unlucky. You get like an item that just really isn't suitable for early game fighting. Luckily, we did have the Hades chains there to kind of like bring it back. But if you remember, I got that as floor loot, and I didn't even really want the Hades chains. I don't enjoy using it, despite it being a really good weapon. I honestly just took that so somebody else like landing next to me wouldn't have it, and then it ended up being our only like line of defense versus that player. Oh shoot. This guy's gonna try to make a play on me close because we just shot off at the other guy. Maybe jump across and get barrels. I got like stuck on the person there. This is like not great. I don't want Grim to play out like this. I would like it to play very fast. When you get like stalematey early game like this, I feel like it low-key benefits nobody, because like it's just gonna take us longer to clear this POI, and it's just gonna take longer to eliminate the boss because of that, and that kind of increases our chances of getting third-partied. Like I feel like a lot of people land at these areas and then play very risk averse because like obviously they don't want to lose, but like playing very risk averse like that, I feel like honestly just makes your game harder. Like I would rather play a little more like reckless in the early game to get this POI cleared fast than like wait 5 minutes and then just it turns into like third-party central, you know? Like I feel like almost being too cautious and being too safe makes your game harder in the long run. That's why I just jumped on that guy there with the auto shotgun. He kills me, I don't care. I would rather just lose the game like that than spend 5 more minutes in the game just to have like 5 people on me when we end up fighting the boss. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like I feel like from the moment you land, you're on a timer at this POI before like everybody else shows up, with Grim being such a hotly contested POI, but also like very third-party POI. We got footsteps here, so I'm gonna push this. And again, I feel like that guy just played a little too slow because he was like trying to be more safe and cautious on the third party, and I just like full send him. Like his game's over. What have we here? I would like to use the Thunderburst SMG. I'm gonna take this purple DMR. I don't know why. Like, this is like stupid, I know, but like I feel like I'm so much worse with the DMR when it's suppressed versus non-suppressed. I would like to have a Thunderburst though, because this mythic only has 3 rounds in the mag. Okay, nice. Thunderburst with laser. So like, with the mythic having only 3 rounds, it's more likely I'm gonna have to swap to my spray weapon to get a kill. Not guaranteed, but like it's more likely to happen when you have 3 rounds than 5. So I'll go with the Thunderburst this game. I think between the Thunderburst and the Warforged, they're both incredible. I enjoy using both of them. The main kind of deciding factor for me between which one I'm going to use is just what Gatekeeper I have. And there will be times, like let's say I came out of there with a purple Gatekeeper that didn't have drum. I would be more inclined to stick with my Warforged, even though it also only has 3 rounds, because when I get to a mod bench, I can make it 5. But even if I do get to a mod bench this game, there's no guarantee that there's going to be a better Gatekeeper there. And that's why a lot of times I will take a purple or a gold Gatekeeper instead of the mythic, even though it also only has 3 rounds, is because in the future it can get 5. But in the future, this mythic is never going to be able to get 5. And without having an already better Gatekeeper in my inventory, there's no guarantee that I'm going to get one out of the bunker. I might, but it's not guaranteed. And I feel like very often I don't get it out of the bunker. We only have 2 shockwaves, so I do want to like pay a visit to Medusa. And that's typically how I leave Grimgate, as I just kind of go to that pad and then pad over to here. Wanted to get the G-Wagon over there. Or like I went towards Pleasant Piazza to see if that G-Wagon was there, but I should have just went to this one. But now we can go to Medusa and buy shockwaves. Or third party this fight and maybe get shockwaves that way. There's people fighting over by Peely. They have a hired NPC. Water bending. I just want to get a little bit of damage. Okay, nice. So, taking... We're going to take this. I feel like taking an extended trade versus the water bending is bad. Like, I don't want to just have a straight-up mid-range fight versus that item because it is so ridiculous. And so, I just wanted to get, like, 1 or 2 DMR tags or, like, a little bit of burst damage like we did. And then just immediately, like, flex that advantage. I maybe could have just stayed there and continued to, like, get the kill with the burst. But, like, I feel like by now, everyone knows how good water bending is. Like, if you don't respect it, your game can end very quick. So, I want to make that a close range fight the moment I have any sort of advantage. I feel like even just hopping on him dry might have been better than just, like, having a mid-range fight versus the water bending. I think I'm out of range of this. Hey, GG's. I don't know what that guy was doing. He had too much faith in that. That was almost bad, though, because I was out of dashes when I was initially next to him, and I was trying to dash. I hear somebody charging a Wookiee bowcaster, but I do not know where they are. I would really like to just kind of exist for a period of time without conflict. I feel like I haven't been like full sprint, full dashes in so long. That's what I was going to say. Like, I feel like the biggest counter to the Hades chains is just having dashes. And like the moment you get hit or the moment you shoot your shotgun, you just dash. But if I was out of dashes there and he actually like got on me with that weapon, it could have been bad. Dang. I don't enjoy these bunkers. I'm not like incredibly desperate for a bunker though. I could just hold off and go island. If I didn't have a, like if I was using a Warforged there and it didn't have a sight. There's 2 people in this car together for some reason. But if I was using a Warforged arrow without a sight, I feel like I like very much need to get to a bench. But my weapons right now are like okay. I would like to have drum mag. It's not the end of the world to me to not have it, especially since I do have a Thunderburst with laser. No, Thunderburst with laser without a sight also has no bloom, so like it's fine. You saw how like I fried the waterbender. And then same thing with sniper. Like I really want to have like set attachments on my sniper, but I have waterbending instead at the moment. And there was a sniper back there, but we just use waterbending. I guess this game because they use snipers so much. But like the waterbending can't get attachments, so it's like okay. And that is one of like the really nice things about it. If you don't want to like worry about going bunkers, I feel like using the waterbending just makes your life a lot easier because it's like ridiculous and does not need attachments. There was fighting over here. I don't know what happened though. This person may or may not know I'm here. Let's see what he does. GG's. He did not know I was there. I think I just saw somebody front of main house. I think they might be behind that like little wall there. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw movement. It's not. When there was those two people in the car there, I was hoping to shoot the car out and maybe they would fight, but one left and then the other one drove away in the car and didn't get to blow it up. I don't think they were teaming or anything. I think they just... Fortnite players are Fortnite players. And that guy that was in the passenger seat was the one who ran from me at Grem Gate, so I think that player is just not very inclined to fight based on what we already saw from them. I think there's a purple Warforged jar there. I would like to have that, but like I said, we can just use a bit different setup this time. Just because... I know it's a purple auto. Fighting over here again, but I feel like every time I like show up to this fighting, nothing happens. I think it might be AI. They've been shooting way too long. We didn't hit him very much. But... Dang. I was gonna say I didn't hit him very much, but I have Thunder Burst with laser, so I was hoping to hit like a burst or two from the sky, but it just didn't happen. But if we took that like 48 damage into like a Thunder Burst bursts, then like by the time I land on him, he's like very weak. This is an AI. We just quickly get rid of this and then see if that other guy tries to make a play off it. No, let me off this thing, man. That's stealthing. No. Nothing I want to happen is happening at the moment. And we only have 2 shocks, but it's hard to buy something from Medusa right now because that player like is sniping back here. Yeah. You can also waterbend from this guy. But like I'm just like typically not like great at that for some reason. I guess GG's. Same thought process as earlier though. Like 48 damage is not the most to push off by any means, but like I want to get rid of that player. He's just like holding me with snipe. And also like I don't know. I feel like the previous exchange was like very favorable for him, and it's not gonna happen like that every time. And I think the setup for that fight, I think, was very favorable for him as far as like sniping. So like once I get that little piece of an advantage, I really want to like take advantage of that. If I just let that go, like let him reset his HP and then snipe at me more, like I don't like my odds of that. Like the more snipe shots he throws out, the more likely it is one of them eventually connects. That's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to stand on the roof. They have the Laguna NPC, I believe. I heard like the noise a hired NPC will make. I saw a Laguna earlier, so I'm thinking they have the Laguna NPC. And that the player is down bottom somewhere. I only had 2 sets of footsteps. Shoot the NPC and see if he does anything, but I'm not very attached to actually eliminating the NPC. I once again did not intend to fall off of that. Okay, now we found them. Again, sniper, so I don't want this fight to like actually be the way it is right now. I didn't want to fall down that way. I think we can shock up this. He's bottom now. Jeez. That's why Grimgate is so overpowered. Just shotgun dash, shotgun dash, shotgun dash, and it's hard to lose, especially versus an auto. Normally, I would put 1.3 sight on my burst. Some people don't mind not having a sight on it, especially once you have laser because it's perfectly accurate. But like that person I beamed over there that was using water bending made me want to just stick with like the 3rd person version. I'm not gonna lie. Like it served me well this game. But this entire fight, I was pretty certain that Laguna was the NPC. And so I kind of wanted to just like pressure their NPC and then try to find the player based off that, because like you pressuring their NPC, they're going to do something about it. Typically it's like the same way like I was playing Grim at the start. Like I'm just like progressing through the boss fight to like bait the other players into pushing me. And so the entire time I'm killing this Laguna, I'm trying to just get damage on the Laguna without exposing myself too much, without giving up too much resources. Like I was never gonna completely shoot my water bender empty. I was always gonna keep it like somewhat loaded. I'm also like not being too tunnel vision on that. I just want to like use that to like bait the other player into doing something. And same thing over there as well. Like after we fought that superhero skin and it didn't go my way, and then an AI pulled up on me, I killed that AI, and then I'm just immediately thinking like this guy's gonna try to make a play off it. So getting ready to respond to that, them doing that, is huge. Like so much of like this game is just timing and like taking advantage of other people's attention being not on you, you know? Like that's kind of like what third partying is to an extent. And people will do that even subconsciously. Like even if they're not like, oh, this person's going to be distracted with this, so I need to take advantage of it. Like people just subconsciously know at this point to like take advantage of that stuff. But if you know that they're going to try to take advantage of it, like you can definitely catch a lot of people lacking. Just saw somebody go into that Meow Souls building. Same thing as earlier on island. I'm just going to drive around here and see like what info I can find. I think I just saw him on the smaller roof. I didn't want to drive onto this dirt bike. I want to go to the left more. I don't have any visual audio. But I'm just trying to like drive here, find him, and then make a play off that. Okay, his crown just activated, so he's in here somewhere. Alright, GG's. He's kind of lost in the sauce. But again, for the millionth time, I'm on this roof. I have 70 blue on him, damage-wise, and he's on this other roof playing a sniper. Jumping on him might not be the safest play in the world, but also just continuing to take the mid-range fight and peeking into a sniper, I think is like the only potential win condition he has at that point in time is to headshot snipe me. My shotgun shots were not great once we jumped on him, but it was like, I don't know, I kind of wasn't taking him too seriously at that point. Like I said, I felt like his only win condition was a headshot snipe. And so 70 damage isn't the most to push off. But like when that's his only win condition or his main win condition, like it's fine. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful, informative, interesting. Not the best fights, but I feel like decent fights in terms of just like taking advantage of timing on other players and why like playing a bit slower and safer can sometimes even like be at your detriment, especially with how good snipers are this season and how good water bending is. The more you kind of fight those items in their element, you know, like when they have an advantage, the worse it's going to be for you. So my play against those items is just to get a slight bit of advantage and then try to make it a fight where that item isn't very relevant. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.